maybe this works. Good. Hello everyone. Oh, hold on. There we go. Hello everyone. The rain is falling in game. I don't know if we're going to get snow today. But the rain is falling in game, and I wanted to get back into streaming, alright? And so I started getting back into streaming, did some Space Engineers streams, and things were going well, and then I got ill again. I think I worked out what my illness was before. I think in part of it was like stress type thing, and it was just tightening up the throat. It wasn't good. It was like 4 months of just constant sore throats, and doctors were baffled. So I'm kind of putting it down to maybe a bit of stress. But Christmas kind of came and went. It was my last day of work, and I got a sore throat. Oh, great. But it's like the morning sore throat, which you can just kind of get in the mornings, like type of thing. And then it turned into a cold. And then, of course, the cold didn't actually go away, and so I didn't really ever enter sort of that coughing stage type of thing. I don't know. Bit of a weird one. It wasn't the flu, thankfully. But anyway, welcome back to Pacific Drive. I just wanted something chill, and Space Engineers hasn't really moved forward since for a while. Christmas messes things up with a lot of development cycles. So, not blaming them at all, but yeah. So this is the DLC. I'm going to be going into some DLC in a moment. Now you'll notice a lot of these little things say, hey, something's wrong. Something's not necessarily wrong. The car looks different though. This is because Whispers in the Woods. That's the DLC. So DLC is Whispers in the Woods, and you're kind of like going into the sort of the slightly more culty side of the game. Things get a little bit weird, but then again, it's Pacific Drive. Things always get a bit weird. People have said DLC turns into a horror game. It doesn't turn it into a horror game. It wasn't really a horror game to begin with. Not really. It was creepy, sure, but I wouldn't necessarily brand that as maybe psychological horror. Maybe a little bit more thriller type of thing, but I wouldn't necessarily say, oh, it's as scary as something like Dead Space or, I don't know, what Resident Evil. That's another game that I'll probably never play. But it turns it eerie, and yeah. Right. So I need to fix up some things by the looks of things. Let me just do that. Now, if I go into... I've got no real... I can like do... Hold on. I can't remember how to do this. Hold on. Is it that and then right click? It's been a little while since I've played this game, because apparently I've just dropped my resonator. So... I can't explain this. Right, this needs to be scrapped, and we need to make new ones. Right, so Whispers in the Woods. We are in a slightly weirder world. You have these pieces that increase synergy, and basically synergy is good. The more synergy you've got, the better, because the less crazy things become quite so quickly. So up in the top corner, underneath my health bar and radiation bar, we've got a 6. That is what my current synergy is. And that's including... So each of these special parts gives you a bit of synergy, for the most part. It will tell you if it does or doesn't. I am currently carrying 2 artifacts, which aid me in some way. So, Guided Harmony, when the car is facing north, my harmonic energy increases. So I'm going to get more harmonic energy into the attuned capacitor whenever I'm facing north. The other one I've got is Startling Escape. When my horn is honked, anomalies release me. So it basically does... so whenever I hit my horn, anything that's gripping onto me is going to release me. It does the same thing as the limb booster thingamajig, only it's not a bumper. It's just a thing I have in my inventory now. Right, I'm just going to make some more another panel for here, and instead of repairing it like you would do with your repair tool and all that, you use the resonator to extract energy from other parts into these parts. So something that I can do is, well, actually something that I can do is just make a, if I can, I may not be able to actually. Oh no, I can just make a souvenir, and then if I go into my inventory and I just toss it onto the ground, because I do need to fix up a couple of things. I can do this. No, that's not worked. Why is that not working? That's working. I don't know why that's not repairing. I would have expected it would be. So that's basically my backup torch, basically. And that's just a bio headlight, which I can just repair with the repair putty or blowtorch. I could just make a blowtorch and just do it that way. There we go. Does this patch up with the blowtorch? Yes, it does. This one doesn't use synergy. This uses the blowtorch. Fine. You can have multiple things connected to a part that you're draining at the same time. I think you can. Maybe it's maybe I need to just charge that up. And so the souvenir is normally used for refueling the refinery, and you do just find them out in the wilderness. You don't have to craft them. And then the attuned capacitor is just the storage of harmonic energy. All makes some sense, I hope. I love this game. It was certainly my game of the year, I think, from last year before. I can't remember when it came out. Right, so let's just get rid of my extra bits. So the run that I'm going to do today, I don't know what I'll do. So let's see what's in the pipeline. So really, the game the objective of this particular run, it wants it to be here, but as with the game, you can exit at any point. However, the way you exit is not using limb charge anymore. It's by sacrificing artifacts. And it will tell you how many artifacts you need to sacrifice in order to get home. So if I wanted to just go here, I would need to sacrifice 2 artifacts, which would mean that really I would want to try and find 2 artifacts that can be sacrificed. So I'm not eating into the ones that I've got. The other option is to take some with me that I don't want. That is obviously another way of going about things. Now, let's just do a scan of this, because it will scan everything. Ooh, obtain a blueprint, that would be good. Obtain a refinery core, that would also be good. Harvestman hives, I'm not entirely sure what... That's a way of getting fuel, I believe. Yeah, I think we will go for the Altar of Records. I should be alright, I think, to go for that. Our resource radar's a bit scrappy, but I think we're all good for the most part. And yeah, we don't have to worry about those little spots because they're not, hey, this is broken. They are, hey, you need to you need to refuel these at some point, but you don't need to refuel them, if that makes sense. They're not flat or damaged in some way. They're fine. If you want to refuel them, you can. Right, so let's go up to this one. So I'm going to go from there to there to there, and then the end. And hopefully we'll get some artifacts. I should note that this particular DLC opens up a little way into the game, so you can't start off in the DLC from the start. Don't really know exactly why they did it that way, because you don't need to have gotten your car to a certain level, really, to go into the DLC, because a lot of the parts you're going to be replacing anyway. Because the standard parts don't have synergy on them. Right, so we've got a whole bunch of new icons on the map, and the first one we're going to be going to is this one right here. So because I've got synergy, that little red bar underneath my radiation bar isn't going up. This is a good thing. When that bar starts to go up, things do start to get a little bit... Not seen that anomaly before, but can I scan you? No, I don't know what you are. As I said, things will get a little bit strange here, but it's not like weird. It's just like ghostly, and ghostly's fine. Right. When my health is hurt, harmonic energy increases. It's plus 14. When my car is not submerged, lightning is going to strike nearby. Let's not have that one. While my car is facing north, my fuel leaks. See, out of all of them, Ailing Harmony is probably the best, because that increases my harmony, and I can get health back. That's not a problem. I don't have to take any of these, but I kind of want to. It will cause the bar to start ticking up. So that's fine. I don't care about that. And we'll put this into the side storage, just so that I can easily get to it again. Right. Oh wait, is it because I'm complaining because I'm out of fuel? But it doesn't matter because my car runs on harmony. Except I would also just like to get into that. Oh yeah, my car runs on harmony. I probably should refuel it in some way. But let's just do that. We've got a nice little... that wasn't a bad hit actually. That's a peculiar steel panel. It's good to have. Right, let's go. Oh, you know what? I should have also recharged my resonator. It's fine. So yeah, my car has a Harmony engine in it, so I don't need fuel to run. Unless I put the electric... Probably should have topped up the electricity as well. Oh no, we're fine there. I just didn't properly do my checks before I left. Right, alright, because I do think I run on Harmony, I'm fairly certain. Let's just see. Yes, I do. Right, so we need to drain everything we've got into... This is how you do a refuel in this game. You just sort of do that, and it will drain the energy out of this door and put it into the car. And so I just have that rather annoying beep going on to say, hey, you need fuel. Yes, I do know I need fuel, but I don't because the car doesn't run on it. Right, I'm going to go to... Oh, wait, where's the exit? Hold on. Oh, the exit's there. Yeah, we'll just kind of follow this road around, I think. It's probably the way to go. I don't need to stop again. I'll stop at the third icon, which I think is a refinery core. Now, refinery cores basically just make the refinery better. I've not shown that yet, but I will, probably. If we return in one piece, then I will show you the refinery because it's useful. Basically, the refinery can either melt down artifacts for scrap, or fuel truck. I don't mind if I do. Oh, no. Let's fill that up. In fact, that's just leaking fuel, so that probably doesn't really matter too much. And I will also fine. Right. Where is the hose gone? There it is. Fuel nozzle. You'll just stop the annoying beeping then. Okay, right. So that's that fixed. Now I'm actually right next to this, which I'm not entirely sure what it is. It's either the wood sticks or... Right, well, while I'm just going for a little bit of an explore, just fill that up a little bit more. While I'm just wandering over here. No, I think this is just like the cinder stick stuff. Yeah, it's the kindling. Alright, no, what was... Just loot all that stuff. No hope. Apparently. Right, let's go back to my car. Really, I should also remember to park it facing north. Because... yes, my artifacts and all that work that way. Oh, damn it. Didn't mean to drive into that. Right, well, let's continue up. Basically, just continue up to the end of the road. There's a couple of car parts I might check out. So instead of storms, that little bar, when it reaches the end, that's when things start getting quite crazy. So we don't want that bar to reach the top. That's sort of our timer for the zone. Oh, that's a... Well, I can charge my battery off that. I don't particularly like doing that because it damages the car. Just stopping here just for a moment. See if there's any car parts I want. This is sometimes a good way of getting something good. I mean, I'll take the door. It's an insulated door. With not a bad charge on it either. Let's see what we got. I think we might actually all have insulated doors all the way around. That's fine. I'll just shove in that. we go up here, around here. Looks like it's just straight down here. Don't need to worry about the limb thingamajig. As I said, it's there. Don't bother picking them up. I'm far enough in the game now that I've kind of got all the parts, I think, in this level. I just grabbed one of my later saves and just ran with that one. I can hear a thing, an anomaly that I don't want to hang around for. It feels really weird ignoring those, especially when they're so close to the side of the road, but they're just there. I mean, I can use it like in the limb dock thing to heal myself, but it's fine. Right, we've got... we're just going to floor it. I hate those things. By the time you realise you're in one, it's already kind of too late. And you can sort of sometimes get through without getting hit by anything. Right, we have a very large culty temple here, which is good because I need to raid it for one more artifact. Actually, it was 3 to get home, wasn't it? So I need one more. Right, over time, limb energy increases. That's rather good. When the trunk is closed, the hood... Oh, we're not having that one. I'm not entirely sure why you would want that. When the trunk is closed, that's the back one. The hood opens. Jesus, no, that's awful. While wheels are not flat, the front right door closes. Could be useful if you have... no, they're all awful, but I need to take one because I need to sacrifice them. So, it's fine. That middle one was okay. It's fine. Right, so... Oh, no, don't do that. Realised what I was about to do when it was a bit too late, but it's what it is. Right, so that red bar is now going to be ticking up a little bit quicker, because I am 22 over. My modifications to the car are not counteracting the impact of the anomalies anymore. Not the anomalies, the artifacts. If you don't carry an artifact with you, nothing weird happens. And you can kind of go about your business. Right. But the artifacts are really good. Especially if you want something like... I've not tried it, but the lightning... well, I have sort of tried it. I've got a lightning rod thing on... charging thing on here. I don't know that the lightning, if the lightning strikes nearby, will actually hit the lightning rod. I imagine it would. But... yeah. Right. Off to the next section. Now this one we're going to have to be quick about because I think this one. Oh no, maybe this next one. Yeah, this one will probably just blast through. That one are... oh no, I can go straight there. Oh, never mind then. I'll go to that one. Grab an artifact from here, grab the blueprints, and then, yeah, should all be good then. I think it's also, should be noted, this is, I believe, the last day of the Steam sale. So, It was Icarus I was playing earlier, actually. I have it. Oh, we can talk about the games that I actually bought during the Steam sale. Well, I didn't buy Icarus, but during the Steam sale, but I kind of started playing that a little bit earlier. That's like $2.99 or something at the moment. That's a fun game. With weekly updates as well. They do, and by updates I mean content drops, sometimes small, sometimes large. They do look after that game. Along the Stationeers, actually, the same company. Right. So those exit markers on my thing are places where I can sacrifice my artifacts in order to get home. I don't want to do that. In fact, I kind of want to... Oh, it's all the way over there. We're not bothering with that one. Well, we can pick up an artifact elsewhere. I've lost the road. Where is it? I think I turned a bit too soon there. I think it might be over here. Yeah, that looks road-like to me. Yeah, we'll follow this one down. Ooh, let's not go into there. It's a corrosive anomaly. Right, what else did I play? I got Out of Ore, which is, I feel, an interesting spiritual successor to something like Gold Rush, which is a fantastic game, even despite its unbelievable jankiness. For the time, it was actually quite revolutionary, I believe, is my belief of Gold Rush. A game that's tied into a TV series shouldn't be that good. TV series games, especially at that time. Like film games. Yeah, an awful lot of film games are just kind of like pumped out. There's a few exceptions. I think, especially these days, games just generally have to be a lot better than what you could get away with back in the day. Yeah. That was a really good game. Out of Ore, it needs more time, I think, in the oven. There's still quite a lot that kind of needs to be added to the game to kind of make it worthwhile, but it's alright. Mind Mogul was the other one that I got that was sort of in that same genre, just because I wanted something really like casual. It is a pretty casual sort of automation game. It tells you what you need to do in order to kind of get more. It's got little missions that pop up and that. It's not bad. It's just very sort of. It is quite simplistic. Been playing a lot of Fortress Craft. That's not new. That's just I like it, and I am looking forward to the next one, which, if all goes well, and it's not gone well for the past couple of attempted releases, but if all goes well, maybe in 6 months we'll see that one. That is quite exciting, because that is a game that was based off Buildcraft. Right, where's my blueprint? Right, I can kind of go down here and then drive it. Shouldn't be any problem with me just driving there. It might cause the engine a bit of hiccup, but it'll be fine, I'm sure. Yeah. So the guy who made Fortress Craft Evolved, which was based off the Buildcraft mod for Minecraft, it was an entire game that was based off Buildcraft mod, based off the Buildcraft mod. It existed before things like Factorio and Satisfactory. It's a great little factory builder. block-based in the Minecraft style. It had its issues, and some of the things that you wanted to do didn't quite come to fruition. It's fine. It's still a really fun game. So, you know, if you're looking for right before I got out, that's, I need a ceiling kit. Fix that, and I don't have the parts, do I? Right, I shouldn't hang around here because I'm right next to a thing, but harmonic door. I think I might already have that. So that's not hugely useful. We'll move on anyway. And kind of get out of the way of that little poison spitty thingy-majig. Just because my engine's kind of blown, it's fine, it's still functional. I'll need to just grab some useful parts, like all these cars that have just been left out here. Let me just go and scrap some things. I should be able to get what I need. Crude panels, perfect. Crude doors. I'm using my plasma scrapper, so everything is just being dragged in. And what else do I need? Glass shards. Could also do with some of these. I wonder. Right, glass shards. Oh, where do I get glass shards from? I've got glass shards out that door. Perfect. Ceiling kit. Wait, what? Hold on. That's the symbol for... Oh, it needs a mechanic. That's the symbol for needing a ceiling kit. Okay, well, that one needs to be ceiling kitted. Mechanics kit. Right. Okay. Let's head off into over there, I think. The engine's just blown up again. Right. Fine. As soon as it goes near water, bang. Right, well, let's just put that there. When radio is silent... Oh, no. When the hood is closed, oh, we can have that. Because I don't care about fuel. What I do care about is getting out of the way of that. Ooh, let's not run into the tourists. There's more tourists in this, so if you found the tourists a little bit eerie, yeah. What else? What else did I get? Oh, I got arc raiders as well. That's kind of fun. I was a little bit unsure of what to expect with arc raiders because kind of go on there, and there are some people complaining that some people are a little bit annoying. As you would expect with extraction shooters, you know, if you come across another person, they'll try and kill you. However, in Arc Raiders, actually, everyone's really nice. I've run into a couple of people who were bloodthirsty people, But no, everyone else, you know, if somebody's ooh, I could do with that if there's no. Right. Let's see if we can fix the engine again. Okay, need another mechanics kit. And I need. Oh, where was he? There he is. Let me just take your souvenir from you. Thank you. I'll put that in there as emergency storage. So yeah, no, I you know, actually quite like playing Ark Raiders. It's the people are fairly chill. Apologies for my lights. I think I've got a quirk that's messing with my lights. Oh, don't say that was the engine again. Oh, that was the engine again. The engine is just absolutely insistent that it doesn't want to, you know, function. So I'm not entirely certain what's going on there. Might be a quirk. I might have a quirk that's causing the engine to break. I don't know if that's possible. You know, every time I turn left, the engine breaks or something. I don't know. This game can be a little bit. Can do things like that. But as I said, it's fine because we'll just. Fix it every time it breaks, I guess. We'll take the ceiling kit. We'll take all the food as well, because I could probably do with having a snack. Just turn that off. Right. Let's fix this again. Oh, is it because it needs some more harmonic energy in it? That's always possible that actually it's just run out of harmonic energy, so it's going to keep breaking unless I do this. While it's doing that, I'm just going to go loot some things. I'll just empty my capacitor into that. Beautiful. Okay. You got a decent bit of charge now, so hopefully that was what was going on. That actually it just needed a bit of a top up. I better leave. There's a lot of symbols on the map of the things are starting to get creepy. So we'll move off to the Altar of Records. Number 5. So the idea behind this is, some spoilers, but it's been out for a little while now, so I don't really mind. It's streaming after all. This guy was a bit of a troublemaker in the zone, and he kind of got sent. He ended up ending up in a cult. And this whole part of the DLC is all about this cult. Everything is done through voice, just like with the first game. There's no sort of physical people that I know of. And I kind of wouldn't want there to be either. It's not that sort of game. The game works really well that you don't meet these people. That way, your only expectations of who these people are is sort of your own sort of summarizations. Right, okay, so I'm kind of gonna go It doesn't really matter where we go because we're going to end up in the water anyway. So, plus, got to be quick because things are getting cranky. The zone does not like me right now. There's a bit more of a ticking clock with this. With the original game, I could kind of feel when the zone was starting to get a bit cranky with me. It would make sounds, and I kind of attributed those sounds to the zone wanting me out. I don't know if that was even the case, but it seemed like it to me that actually if I go on the road bit, then I might actually get to where I need to go a little bit quicker. Obviously, once I've got these artifacts out of my inventory, things will stop being quite so weird. Right, we're going... Basically, there's sort of this film reel thing up to the north. I'm going to just actually face north, because I get bonuses when I do. There we go, that's north. I also get battery. Oh yeah, no, then I get battery over time, but that is causing everything to kind of tick up. So I'm going to lose that one, but I will keep my north one. So we'll basically go to this one, and then we'll head back south, sacrifice these thingamajigs so that I can get home. I will get some... a reward, let's say, when I get back. Right, I am going to park up about here. Reason is fairly obvious while I'm dealing with this. I want to be extracting from here and dumping that into my engine. Right. Just wait for this to fill up while being fairly aware that that bar is getting filled up substantially. My resonator is also almost out of juice, so that's also another factor. That's why I should have charged it up before I went, because this is draining charge out of my resonator as well while it does this. However, that's fine. Souvenir ran out of juice before I needed to worry about that. So, I'm going to do a little J-turn. And sort of. That really wasn't a J-turn, but it sort of did it. And head south to that sacrifice point. Basically, we just get to sacrifice point, sacrifice the artifacts, and the gateway will be summoned at that point, and the standard sort of race for the gateway will ensure. However, things will be just a little bit crazier in a way. Because we kind of have to worry a little bit more about some of those red things on the map. Just a little bit more. I really don't like this new layout that they've done on YouTube. Because one of the things that I can't see particularly easily is how long I've been streaming for. Oh no, it's up there. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Because normally I will go on for about an hour. Sometimes I go on for longer. Right, there is another one of these. I'll use up what little is in my thing, at least to just pump up that that bumper a bit. Right, so let's just do a little bit of inventory management. Mostly so that I can... Right. Is there any reason to hang around? Only thing that I might want to just grab is these. That was not a good sound. That was a sound of leave. Just go. Right, I've got enough swamp coral. I am going to go into here, grab these out, and get these sacrificed. Because, yes. Ooh, that bounty is pretty huge. Excellent. Let's shove it in there. Yep, as I said, yeah, no, those are more bad sounds. We're not that far away. Let's just go. We've got some very large tourists. I have no idea what's behind me right now. No. We're going. We're leaving. I think they might have added some weirder things in this game. I've not seen that one before. It's like a big sort of pile of shadows. Still not quite classifying this as a horror game per se. It's weird. That thing, yep, it's behind me. That's fine, because I can go up here reasonably easily. I don't know, it was kind of cuddly in a way. Oh, that's a stump. Just very sort of big and shadowy creature thing. And we're home. Yeah, things get weird when it was at 100% weirdness. So right, yeah, I've got quirks to try and work out. But so if we go over to here, get my bounty of currents and throw it in there. We can just put it in there as well, but I want to throw it. We get loads of stuff, and some of these things. We get stuff like this. Dry shock. This is going in there. I don't see any reason to keep this. When car is not submerged, we're going to get lightning strikes. I don't particularly want that one. We can also empty these out. So yeah, that's the refinery. We can either scrap artifacts in there, or we can put in entire car pieces. Just going to charge that up using the Ultra Fellowship. Oh, goodness sake. Put it in. Put it in. There we go. Got quite a lot of stuff out of there. When car is submerged, engine power gets stronger. That's not bad. When car parts, the wheels are uninstalled, they notice you. That one can also be scrapped. That does not sound fun. So yeah, if you put car parts in there, you learn the blueprints. That one, however, I might keep hold of. I'll put it into my locker of useful things. I've got a few other sort of useful... when wheels are flat, the harmonic energy increases. That one is sort of like I'm keeping it probably to scrap at some point. When headlights are off, the engine power gets stronger. That's not bad. If you're going somewhere in the day, that's not too bad. Alright, let's just going to clean up. I will listen to the audio tape in a bit after the stream, just because it's audio. Right, let's just drop all this into here. Wait, is that another resonator, or did that just pull it off the... Oh, it just pulled it off there. That's fine, it's fully charged. And we've got one of these, which... Trophy of Fortune, I don't think I've got... Oh no, I've got a place over here I can put it. Oh, it's a little tree thingamajig. That's alright. So yeah, that has been a slightly weird world of Pacific Drive. Something in the Shadows. Picnic in the Shadows? Possibly Picnic in the Shadows. I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember what the DLC is called. But yeah, that's been the DLC. That's sort of the weirdness, and it will probably return because I really like Pacific Drive. I think it is this really good balance between sort of survival and having a slightly sort of strange, slightly eerie world, and the sound design is pretty top notch. And I don't say that about many games. I think I've got like 3 games, which now used to be 2. Subnautica is fantastic for sound design. Elite Dangerous is also fantastic for sound design. And Pacific Drive. So yeah, I only have 3 games where I'm just like, I want to listen to it. There's an awful lot of games where I will actually turn the sound down or off. Minecraft is one of those. I'll just turn the sound off. Don't ask me how I don't constantly get blown up by creepers. I just have built up a sixth sense, I guess, for them. Not always. But yeah. So I'm going to end the stream here for now. If something big comes with like Space Engineers, that will end up back on the channel. I don't know what else is out there. Maybe Last Caretaker. That's quite a fun game. Early access game. Yeah, we'll see. But anyway, for now, I will say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.